Thank you everyone for joining the webinar session. Who is the owner and a director and the mentor and the complete the person responsible for having this particular BA course launched here. It's answer to take this session forward. So answer over to you.
Thank you, Murli. Good evening, everybody. Yes, business analyst course is now offered by ARSCOM. So before we actually get into the business analyst course, let us just quickly get into our expectation and understanding of what we are trying to do here. Okay, so today's webinar's agenda is to give you a holistic view and approach of what is Golden Profiles Academy all about, what are we going to do here, and what are the different facilities that are available with you so that you can get into your end objective. Your end objective can be a job, it can be a promoted profile, or switch over to a software executive role in your organization, or implement ERP in your organization that you're working with, or you are an entrepreneur and you want to digitalize your business. All these profiles, all these roles can be played by the role that we are talking today in our webinar. Quickly, let me share screen and get into the presentation. So we are called as Golden Profiles Academy. This academy has been established with a vision and purpose of upskilling and streamlining people to achieve organizational excellence. So we just want to create a center where we bring together a network of professionals, mentors, career aspirants like you all, some consultants, all of them together working for holistic development of people, both from the industry background and the institute background. These people work together. This is called as experiential learning. Once you are able to experience something, you tend to remember it better. The idea of experiential learning is nothing but working on a particular thing, doing it again and again, trying to get mastery over it, and then that becomes your skill that you have acquired. So Golden Profiles Academy wants to train you up using the mentors and make sure that you have achieved the desired goal that you have set for yourself, desired end result that you have set for yourself. So this is our vision and mission: skilling, upskilling, mentorship, and opportunities for people. And we want to keep guiding people and make sure that we create a network of people who are going to come in here. Currently, what are we looking at as challenges here? So we are looking at challenges in terms of academics, learning academics not being aligned with corporate needs. As we run an organization for more than 10 years now, we have realized that whenever we have tried to hire, people would have finished so many things in their engineering, MBA, and other degrees, but they failed to get into a proper email writing. They failed to get into a proper team understanding, defining a project goal, communicating effectively, also learning some important aspects of software. These things are not aligned is one of the challenges. I hope most of you agree with me. And then this passion and skill alignment, that is very important. Some of you like to write software codes, but you don't get that job because you are not good at it. Some of you are good photographers, but you end up getting here because photography doesn't give you enough money. So this passion and skill alignment is an ever growing topic as well. To make sure you talk to somebody senior who have similar kind of interests and passions and align that with what you want to really do. Now, employability training is something that we want to impart. Simulating platforms for selected roles. For example, the BA role that we are talking about today. Simulating a platform means that we will help you to look at the role before you actually join it. Before, after joining, you don't like the role, you can't leave it. After getting married to somebody, if you don't like, you can't just come away, right? Similarly is a job role. You will have to first see how it is going to. So this is your testing ground. We will simulate and give it to you, so that if I join this kind of a job, this is how it is going to be. These are the different things I may have to do. So should I really get into this kind of a job role? What should I do? I understand completely and then get into the job role, right? So these are some challenges that these are for been addressed in Golden Profiles Academy. Exactly whatever challenges we have spoken in the previous slide is what we want to address over our curriculum based, industry based curriculum design that reflects into the current job market demands, right? So we will use those KRA, KPIs, job expectations by an employee, create a curriculum around it, and then train people on those things, so that when they get into their job, they are job ready. They start performing from initial days once they have the organization alignment. Also, we want to do a buddy learning where you pair candidates with mentors and seniors who can provide you guidance constantly, help you get the insights into the career path of, okay, this is how I'm going to grow, this is my next role, these are the different things that I have to do if I have to get into this kind of a role, so on and so forth. So that's how you have to work on that, you know. Then this skill assessments and helping candidates to get into different kind of skills that are required is something which is going to be nothing but experiential learning. As you see people doing it, you will get to understand what are those different strengths and interests that you would really want to get into. So without that, getting into a job doesn't make too much of a sense. This can be done through internship programs, it can be done through this kind of enrollment programs, practice programs, you know. Then there can be combined programs, company sponsored programs, different kinds of programs is what we would want to do. So targeting skill development, yes, this is more for corporate companies where employed organization members are going to join us, and then we will help them in skill development. All those people who are joining Golden Profiles Academy will all be put together into a network where we can talk different job opportunities, career aspirations, different other habits, other engagements that we want to do. Suppose one of you like to travel, the other person also likes to travel, so there can be a subgroup of traveling. There can be new SAP learning that comes in. There can be a different functional concept that needs to be discussed. So putting together all those people with like-minded thinking is one initiative that we have done as part of networking benefits of Golden Profiles. Some of the other benefits here is you can access the entire member network, seek jobs, you can offer jobs, you yourself can become a mentor later part of the day. You know, you can also get into a lot of career development programs and workshops, identify yourself as a contributor to the society, conduct workshops, seminars. Then you can just become a subject matter expert to others in the program. So what benefit you are getting, they will also start getting those benefits. So mentorship, career development, workshops and seminars is something that we focus upon. Some of the other developments is, like I said, holistically we are going to have a complete development. We are not selling a course here. We don't want you to buy any course. What we want is you have to first become employable. For that, there has to be an all-round development, and that is what is our focus. Let us do collaborative projects where we are going to take up a lot of participation from the groups, from mentors and different consultants who are going to be part of the system. Practical experiential learning helps in contributing for your meaningful outcomes of your career, right? Now, of course, gamification, recognition and awards is something that we would look at. So if there are any questions, by the way, you please write the questions in your webinar link here. You have a question and answer space here. I'm just continuing with the presentation. So what you want to do to register to Golden Profiles Academy, you can go to Golden Profiles Academy, goldenprofiles.net, and that will guide you to do whatever registration. Goldenprofiles.net is one of the ways of entering into this kind of a webinar. You can have a one-on-one discussion as well. For more details on this, you can talk to Somana, who is already is in touch with you, and you can also write to gpa.operations@ar-ms. Right now, I hope all of you are very clear of what is the program that we are talking about here. So this specific webinar is focusing upon talking about your business analyst course, where we want to focus upon you becoming a software executive. How do you go become a software executive? Please visit our YouTube channel. Right, you can just go to BizTech Resources. Here we have a video. Can you please drop the link of the YouTube video so that they can see it later? So here, what are we talking about? We are talking about the different roles that a business analyst can take in different organizations. Okay, if you talk about a person who is just joining as a fresher, as a project executive to one of the software automating company, it can be a customer. Then you can also be a software support executive. You can be part of the deployment team as a software deployment executive. You can then slowly become a software product expert, where you can start automating and transforming the software applications in the system. You can start defining business process automation by defining SOPs, standard operating procedures. Then actually business analytics comes into picture. Please understand, business analyst is different, business analytics is different. Analytics is putting all the data that you have got together into different statistical models, having inferences and influencing decision making for the key resources or the key decision makers in the organization. Then you can become a software reporting expert, where you will start making different kinds of graphs, histograms. You can start making null hypothesis and suggest alternate hypothesis to different people. You can also start becoming a business consultant slowly, right? Or if you are not doing all these things, you can still just be a simple ERP or a CRM software user in an organization. So whatever role you are going to take in any organization, this course is going to help you with all the basic definitions that are required for you. So just taking a step back here, we have about 4 modules in which we are talking about business process automation, process definition, and how to define a process, how to map it into a software, what are the different software components that you should know, what are the different ways in which it has to be modeled, how you can break down, where you should stop breaking it down. All those things is part of the business process module. Then comes the business communication module, where you are talking about business communication. Now what? How do you talk to somebody about it? How do you say this is the problem? What are the different ways of communicating? What are the different verbal and non-verbal communication skills that you should have? Those are the things that we are talking about. Then we are talking about soft skills. Soft skills is the place where we are talking about different way you have to probably engage yourself with, or behave, or carry yourself in a professional setup for an organization, in a customer place, in a project site, or how do you clearly define your own plans and objectives for your career, those things. Then we are talking about software project management, where anything that you do has to be very clearly defined into a project. This is the agenda, this is the goal. How am I going to achieve this goal? What are the different steps that I'm going to take? When do I'm going to review? What are the dependencies? What are the risks that are involved? How do I mitigate these problems? So on and so forth. These skills that we are talking about are very basic skills which are going to help you to tomorrow become a machine learning expert or a business analytics expert, or even integrating different applications in your organization, maybe after 3 years or 5 years. business terms that you are going to define in the module is going to help you to put together the basics that you should know about any business process or any department. So there are things like purchase order, there is something called as minimum ordering quantity, there is something called as an invoice, there is a bill, there is a credit note, there is a debit note, there is a chart of accounts, there is a profit and loss sheet, there is a cost of goods sold, there's minimum inventory, there is bill of material, there is bill of material variants, right? So there's so many business terms which we all don't know, right? You will get an opportunity to put all that together, categorize them into multiple departments, and then see that in the system. Later, Murli is going to talk to you about how we are going to enable you to practically do all these things, right? So that's what is business terms about. This is the LMS that we want to use. Oh, I'm sorry. This is going to be the business process cycle, right from lead creation to conversion and follow up. You will be able to define software process, is what we are trying to say here. This is how a ER diagram looks, How do you connect different things? How does it work? How can it go to the mobile and things like that? There are different samples of process flow diagrams that you may have to build. Okay, so this way we are going to help you with all these modules put together and tell you how you should probably get into a software executive role in an organization. So this is a project terms and terminology template where you have different types of projects. What are the different things that are coming in this? So different way of assessing the projects and things like that. Essentially, what we are trying to tell you is the course has the gold mine that is required for building a fortune over a software executive role. You can be any of the roles that I have specified. You should probably start dwelling into the course, take it very seriously, do every single thing that is told in it, disciplined, and spend that enough time on it. It will pave your way to become a business analyst, either as a ERP champion or as a support executive or even as a business analyst in any of the organizations. All these days, what we were doing was we were just giving people, or we were asking people to come get in, enroll the course and take the course by themselves, and then monitor them online, and then assist if there was any placement requirement. Now what we have done is we have just changed the model. We have got into giving you practical experiential sessions at our office, so that you will be able to ask whatever you have as doubts and clear your questions and interact more and get into the course effectively the way it is supposed to be. More to talk about that is Murli. Murli is our 5+ years software expert who has been building solutions on different software platforms, who understands how executives need to be carefully trained on how to assess requirements on software and how to bring up the actual software design into people's minds, so that they will be able to efficiently become good business analysts and represent the company in different places. Murli has more than 100+ customers with his project managers in the company, where these kind of resources are continuously sought out for, which means we are looking at 100+ opportunities. We are looking at jobs that are available, but now we are so have to be so careful that if we recommend somebody, they should have their minimum knowledge about the product that we are recommending, and also the role that we are recommending, which is a ERP expert or a functional support person who can really organize work, who can be communicative, who can be intelligent, smart, and disciplined and work focused. Now, this is what you all have to become. All the kinds of opportunities and support can be extended if and only if you are going to do the hard work. Please remember, giving money and enrolling to the course doesn't solve your problem. This is not a vendor and a customer relationship where you ask for two idli vadas and you will wait for him. No, this is a course. This needs you to put effort, you to work hard, you to practice, you to communicate, ask questions. You have to make your mentors and instructors life so easy that you come back and ask questions so that it becomes easy for them to explain to you. So without taking too much time, I would request Murli to now say a few words of how he's going to get on the weekend classes and how it is going to help you all, and then I will come back to you on the ending note.
Thank you, Anand sir, and thank you for providing a brief introduction about like how the course and what is the insights and what is the outcome which you are which we are expecting from the candidates and giving insights to them. And also thanking you for providing me an opportunity to share the few insights related to a BA course and the GPA. So I just wanted to say a few things as Anand sir told me or told you all, the internship program, we will be able to correlate the product knowledge or the product features and the basic concepts of course, and we will be able to correlate both the things, and we will be able to correlate these things with respect to any of the software platforms. So throughout the week, you will be going through the online courses, and you will be also going through the study materials which will be suggested for you. And in the weekends, we will be having a practice sessions. So this gives you a required practical exposure where you will be able to practice on the required business concepts, with the real examples of software. So we will be conducting a weekend practice classes on Saturdays and Sundays at our office. So here we will be able to practically configure the software applications and the ER diagrams and the business analytics with respect to the various process. So various process are nothing but the multiple segments or the multiple departments which are running in any of the organizations. So after completing this particular business analyst course, you will be able to have a more employable and easier to work kind of a profile which will be built in for you. So you will be able to shape out into a good software executive where you will be able to work on multiple business requirement software programs. So I just wanted to tell you a few more things. Like as Anand sir told, all these things can be 100% successful if you are putting your dedication and hard work into it, so that we will be able to achieve what is the final thing we wanted to achieve it in this particular course. So thank you everyone for listening patiently, and you are open for any of the questions with respect to this particular course or anything related to this session.
We will now probably Somanna can also share you. There are two ways of doing this, everyone. One is, if you think that you will be able to figure out how to become more employable, you would just need access to the study material. Then you will have Udemy platform. Somanna sir is going to share link with you. You will be able to access Udemy and access all the course content and the videos that we have shown. It is available to you at some 700-800 rupees. You will be able to access, and you can figure out how you would want to take the career steps ahead. The other option is about an instructor led, a mentor monitored program where you will pay 21,000 rupees plus GST for the enrollment of the course. You will enroll to the course. You will get access on our exclusive platform, not on Udemy, where you will have assignments, you will have evaluation, you will have interaction, and you will also have access to weekend classes and mentoring and instructions from Murli Kumar and myself, where we will engage with you, try to understand what is your strength, weakness, opportunities that you can work upon, areas of improvement. Murli was talking about in the week's class. Over every day you will see all the videos, And then when Friday, Saturday and Sunday come to office, you can sit with Murli sir and look at these things. Okay, this is what business terms means. This is where it comes in. A form looks like this, a page looks like this, and a software cloud application can be accessed like this. What is software as a service? Okay, this is how an email has to be written. These are the different components that are to be there. If I am presenting about something, then how I am going to present. These learnings cannot come over a weekend class sitting at home. You probably have to step out of your comfort zone, set yourself to the office, think that you are already in the role, and test the role. Do you really like it the way you want it? If it is the role that you want to get in, then good. If it is not, then it is even better because you already got a chance to test whether it really works for you or not. Right? So this is what we wanted to convey today. Anybody who would want to enroll, please contact Somanna. Anybody wants a more briefing and a clarification either with Murli or with me, please book a one-on-one session on the link that Somanna is going to share. Anybody who would want to probably just get into Udemy, you can still do. Anybody thinks that this is complete waste of time, it doesn't help me anyway, there is absolutely no problem. You can still be part of our Golden Profiles Academy network. And if at all sometimes there is a spark that comes out where you really want to do something on this role, we are always there to help you. I once again thank all of you for joining the session. I think this 40 minutes has really been some use to you and has given the enough direction that is required for you to take your next 30-40 years of career ahead. I wish all of you all the very best. May God give you the strength and the right decision making ability to take your right decision for your career. Thank you very much. I will pause for about 2 minutes. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. You can raise your hand and Somanna can unpause you to talk, or you can type your question. Okay, I suppose you don't have questions. If there are any questions, please shoot it to Somanna either on WhatsApp or on email. We will be happy to help you. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Somanna. Thanks, Murli. Harshita.